Okay, this is a continuation of the previous video, and that video's title, YouTube title, is inside of the description of this YouTube video. So you can copy and paste it at YouTube in order to be able to watch it so you can understand the statements in this one. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. So I'm going to get ready to show you what I had to put up, what I had to literally physically put up in order to be able to block out the individual that they got. I had to put all that up. Okay? Now, all of that right there cannot be seen from the hill by anybody that might be riding their bike by, because I've already walked up and through there, okay, and I've looked at it in reference to what would be their reference point of view, and you can't see it at all because of the way how it's back and how it's flat. Now, that's totally out of sight also of the neighbors up on the hill, and it's totally out of sight of anybody up there, not unless they stood right there and looked at it, okay? Now, I'm in San Diego, California. I'm a target victim and activist concerning the crimes of what is known as organized stalking, which can also be termed as gang stalking. Make sure that you please look in the description of this YouTube video for a YouTube title that this video is stemming from, because it's a two-part video series. This is the second video. I am now predicting right now that they're either gonna try and motivate me to move from here by stealing my property, by beginning to steal my property. See, what you got to look at in these expeditions is that all of the most of the methods of organized stalking and gang stalking are overt or covert, because they want to be able to commit the crime, have the target suffer in the circumstances of the crime they commit, while allowing the people who committed the crime to leave the scene of the crime. That's right. That's right. That way, the target lives with the effects of the crime while nobody can be identified, and anybody that you definitely know that was at least involved in it, you can't prove because they did the crime when you were out of the area concerning where how the crime occurred in reference to property being stolen. That's right. See, they want you to have to definitely live in the effects of having your property stolen. That's why they get up on the sidewalk and will say, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, why don't you come and steal our stuff? And then the individuals they set up to hike out 300 feet away periodically say gang stalking, flat out loud, just loud enough for me to hear. Okay? So anyways, so I had to, hang on one second. Sorry about the plane. Anyway, so I had to set up really discreet places to hide my property, which means that once the property was hidden, it'd be totally out of sight. So what they did yesterday was they took one of the freaks at it, because what they try to do is make sure that you know that the people that are around you, whether it's whether it's open harassment, overt harassment or not, they want you to know that this harassment is being done, or possible theft of your property or the damage of your property is being done by somebody who has deliberately and intentionally associated themselves to this campaign. That's why they've had the freaks that they set up about 300 feet away to yell gang stalking. Okay? That's why they've had them get up on the sidewalk and say gang stalking, and then they'll say, why don't you come and steal our stuff? To make me feel fearful that my property will be stolen because of gang stalking. That's right. Now, if you also look in the description of this YouTube video for multiple blog titles that you can copy and paste at Google search. That's right, copy paste each one at a time into Google search, and then once you hit enter, the blog itself will come up, and you can click on it in order to open it up. In these blogs are multiple videos stacked on top of each other that show gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalker, oh my god, gang stalk, gang stalker, oh my god, weird, crazy, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, oh my god, being said constantly around me in that way along all of my routes. Every business I go into, universities I go to, transportation services, restaurants, movie theaters, grocery stores. Yes. And they know that these audio files have been uploaded to video files and put online because cyber surveillance is a method of gang stalking. So, please make sure that you compile this information that you're hearing right now, and what you can view as a result of the additional cooperating material that's going to be in the description of this YouTube video, for you to be able to openly, flat out see that I'm a victim of this crime. Yes. So, you can go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman, learning disabled woman catches gang stalker admitting sent to harass, read comments. Look at everything in the description of that YouTube video, cross-reference published dates to statements of both the host video and the information in the description of that YouTube video. Then go to YouTube and type in 2/20/13 learning disabled woman catches another gang stalker admitting sent to harass. Yes, and that individual admitted that a San Diego police officer by the name of Steve put him on a corner to engage in gang stalking. Look in the description of that YouTube video as well. So, we're going to see if any of my property is stolen, if any incident occurs down here at all. And that includes having them have anybody walk by me as I'm getting property out from where it's hidden at, or as I'm hiding it on any date, using anybody. And I don't care how they act or don't act or who they are. Because in organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions, these freaks that are perpetrating these crimes who work in the system have the power position to connect with church groups, charity groups, fraternities, sororities. It's organized crime in the system. Now you can go to Google and type in the community notification and gang stalking or organized stalking. That's a law enforcement tool that's being, is it being illegally criminally used in gang stalking? Google it. And that in part, or the offender's notification. I shouldn't be on either. I'm not involved in any illegal or criminal activity whatsoever, and I never have been. Well, I mean, what I am trying to say is that I have nothing on my record whatsoever that states that I'm on probation, parole, for anything. I had a drinking and driving way back in 1990, okay? I'm a Christian woman. I got Jesus pictures all up in my tent, okay? So here's the thing, is I'm a human trafficking target, okay, and I'm a whistleblower as well, because they know I know what I know, because they have participated in the crimes that have been happening to me, the San Diego police. That's right. That's right. Now, again, you got to look at the first video this one is stemming from to understand these statements in their entirety. I got to go. I'm in San Diego, California. So we're going to see if they set anybody up to hike out or put their tent up any place close by mine at all. And we're going to see if on any date that they put one of the freaks that they set up about 300 feet away starts, because yesterday he started clearing bush off the side of the hill that's directly perpendicular to a place that I hide my stuff at, because they wanted me to live in fear every day that he's going to see or hear me hiding it. Yeah. So I had to put up a bunch of black sheets today, and that's shown it. See? Okay, and those can't be seen from above the hill because I've already walked over there and have looked. And you can't see it if you're riding your bike by or jogging by. You can't see it because of the brush and the trees that are hiding it. So anyways, we're going to see if on any date any law enforcement branch comes here to evict me from here, if any neighbor calls the police because of them saying that, you know, here's another way they might try and do it. I know exactly what I'm talking about. The last two hiking areas that I have been at, I predicted how they would act in order to either motivate me to move or come and evict me, and at both places they literally did it to a T. That's right. So what they might try and do is have these individuals that are hiking out 300 feet away, they might have them act really loud, or they might purposely motivate their dog to bark. Because they can work in tag teaming fashions. Trust me, I know all about this. In the first video, that's a continuation from the, this is a continuation of the first video. I talked about a news broadcast of an individual, and you can look at it at YouTube by going to Google or YouTube and typing in gang stalking bullying on steroids. He flat out states he's harassed every single place he goes, and that his neighbors are involved in it, including even getting on the roof of his house. Okay, so what these people will do, and I know all about how they act, their methods and tactics. I've been a victim of this crime now for 11 years. They gotta make it appear anything that's happening to me or my property is being done through normal appearing means, like a simple theft, and that the perpetrators who do it can't be identified or caught because they're homeless. They use homeless people like you would not believe. But here's the thing. If they set these assholes up 300 feet away, I have no doubt in my mind about it, because they've already yelled gang stalking several times. Now, people from that apartment complex over there, have they engaged in peculiar behavior? So if they ever create an excuse to make it appear that a neighbor called the police on them, police come down here and say, well, we saw her hiking area as a result, or the property owner might be called by the police as a result of the police being called by one of them. Because they got to make it appear, it's got to be non-transparent on their end that they were involved in whatever motivates me to move, whether it be the police coming out here, or the property owner coming out here, or them stealing my property. Yes. Now you got to look at the first video that this one is stemming from, because on October will be the 2-year, as far as what MTS is trying to say, I got 2 years to sue them concerning an assault on their bus. But I'm sorry, I had longer than that. because MTS sent me out their video of that assault. They were notified about it. The police were notified about it. The San Diego District Attorney's Office was notified about it. I'm still being gang stalked on their transportation services like you would not believe. Undisputable proof. Over 700 audio files of direct proof this crime is happening to me, including still on their transportation services. Okay? So the only thing they're doing is bargaining with these homeless people, buying them off cheap, to come down here to solicit harassment to try and motivate me to move, which ties me up in the busyness and the cost of moving, which is less time spent on finding lawyers. And while I'm in the busyness of doing all this stuff, they're making armchair decisions about their next step they're going to do to me at the next place. That's why I came to this place. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. Look in the description of this YouTube video. I'm a human trafficking target in San Diego, and I'm here today to tell you that I have already caught the San Diego police being involved in this crime on numerous occasions, and I made at least 12 to 17 physical requests in their presence to make a police report that I'm a target of gang stalking, and they flat out told me to my face every single time, flat out no, that they wouldn't. And I got the audio files to prove it. I gotta go. I'm in San Diego, California. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.